Hello guys and welcome to this crash course. Today we are going to welcome ourselves into the world of Python programming, which is the most popular programming language in the world. Now this is exactly a beginner's crash course. Again, if you are an advanced or an intermediate Python developer, it's also good to watch, and we are going to have a playlist for all these lessons. And today we are going to just look at the introduction to Python for beginners. The first thing we need to ask ourselves is, what is Python? And Python is a high level interpreted programming language known for its simplicity and readability. It's widely used in web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and more. And this is a very simple programming language. Of course, I know majority of us will see from the advantages of why you should learn Python. One is because it's easy to read. Its syntax is just clean, easy to understand, making it great for beginners. Actually, this particular language, you are going to see that the syntax itself looks like just plain English. Number two, it's versatile, meaning that you can create various applications from web applications to machine learning. And number three is that it has a very large community, and a vast community which has a wealth of library resources of which you can refer in case you get stuck somewhere. Now let us look at the various application areas of where Python uh, programming is used. One is developing web applications. This ranges from very simple websites to complex web applications such as a banking system. Number two is data science and analytics, and this generally means that you analyze the data and you create visualizations that usually help companies to make decisions or in decision making. We have something that we call machine learning and AI. This is artificial intelligence, how a machine can learn to perform various tasks. For example, a good example is the robotics or maybe self-driving cars. Majority of those applications, if you see a self-driving car, probably it was coded using Python. Next is API and microservices. API stands for Application Programming Interface, how various web applications or software applications can be able to communicate with one another. Next is in cyber security. I know majority of us would wish to be hackers. Maybe if you ever watched this series, Mr. Robot. Um, Majority of cyber security experts usually use Python to create scripts that can be used for penetration testing and either cyber security works. Then we have finance and trading, and lastly, Internet of Things. This is applications that are created for small sensors and small devices so that they can be able to communicate with each other. The prerequisites for this course: one is basic computer knowledge. You need to have a basic computer knowledge, maybe how to create a folder, file, and the rest. Then you need to install the Python language in your computer by just clicking this link, python.org. Even if you go to the Google and type python.org, it's usually going to open for you that particular site, and you can download and install. So I'm going to show you in a few minutes. Then you need to install something that we call an IDE, and usually an IDE means that is a integrated development environment, which is a software application that provides comprehensive facilities for programmers and software development. This is where you're actually going to write your code, and the app that usually I use or we are going to use in this course is what we call the Visual Studio Code. This is free of charge and this is created by Microsoft. There are others such as Sublime Text. We also have Vim, and so many others, but Visual Studio Code is what we are going to use in this course. So let's now dive into what is required. The first thing that you actually need to do is to go to your favorite browser, and here you are going to go and type Python. We're going to type Python. This is going to directly take you to this particular site whereby you can actually come here and download the latest version of Python. For my case, I am using Windows, and I know majority of us are going to use Windows, so we are going to download this particular application. If you click there, automatically this is going to appear somewhere there. If you open at it and run it, and for my case, I know that I have installed the application. So what generally will happen is that it's going to take you through the process of installing this particular application. The next application that you are going to use is Visual Studio Code. If you come here and write Visual Studio Code, it is going to bring you to this particular site, code.visualstudio.com. You click on it and open it. And once this particular site opens, you are going to download whichever operating system that you are running, be it Linux, be it Mac OS, be it Windows. If you click on here, it's going to actually download this particular application, and you give it a few minutes to just download. I've already downloaded mine, so you just open, follow the instructions, and then finally you are going to click on start and look for VS Code. Actually type VS Code. This is actually going to open. So from there, we are going to, let's create a new window over here. So from here, you're going to open a folder where you are going to save your work. Remember, I told you that you need to learn the basics of computers. So from here, you can either come to maybe your documents or whichever place that you would wish to save your work. Create a new folder. I'm going to call it Python underscore crash course. And once you do that, you just select this particular folder. Yes, I trust the others. This is going now to help you to actually be opening your files from here. The next thing that I need to do, because already we had installed the Python interpreter for us in this particular computer, you can click on this tab and say new file, and this particular file, maybe I can save it basics.py. Basics.py means that it is going to be the extension that will automatically make the software to know that this is going to be a Python file. Then you press enter, and voila, you have created your first file. I know we are going to look at the basics in the next video, but for now, you can come here and actually write Python. No, sorry, print followed by the brackets, and you can put in the quotation marks, and here you can write hello world. From there, all you need to do is to come and click on this run Python files, and once you run it, we are going to have this print statement actually printed for us, and actually from there you have created your first Python application. So in the next video we are going to learn more about this, so please don't get worried about it. You can also do maybe something like you have a name. So this is what we call a variable, and this particular name we are going just to type in, maybe you can write your name. So I'm going to write mine, Behalo Academy, and please remember to put in these particular quotes. We are going to look at to dive in depth as to why, but for now we have something that we call a variable, and usually we say that a variable is a placeholder for a value, the values that you can store. In maybe future videos we can see how you can access these values from a database, but for now we are going to store this particular name, or this variable is going to store this particular value called Behalo Academy. Now from here can come here and maybe type hello. From there you put a comma and you write this particular name of the variable that we have written, and once you press OK, you can see at the bottom here it says hello Behalo Academy. Now from there, from now henceforth, we are going now to, in the next video we are going to dive deep into what is programming, the various concepts that you are supposed to know before now you begin this journey, and we are also going to look at the basics of the Python programming languages. So I would like to thank you all for your time. Please share, subscribe this video, and I'll see you